Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming to listen to me speak today. I'm going to take you through some discussions about social media for business and how you should be using it, and just to really talk to you about what social media can do for your business at this time. So if any of you in this room are tweeting or talking on Facebook whilst we're doing this presentation, if you could use the hashtag #NEXpo next to your tweets so that I can monitor the conversation around the conference and also around this talk. So social media is big news at the moment. Businesses are starting to understand the vast power that social networks can have, and to understand really how they can be used as a marketing platform for their business. The UK internet economy is worth 100 million currently in the UK, and this is 7.2% of the UK gross domestic product, which is an absolutely staggering statistic. And if you're not thinking about the internet for your business, you should be trying to plan a strategy, because at the end of the day, return on investment is important, and the internet has grown into a platform where businesses can understand and increase their revenue. So if you're not considering the internet as a platform for your business, you should be considering it now because of those statistics. Everyone's talking about social media. It's in the news. Even the Queen is on Facebook. She joined Facebook yesterday. The royal family are now on Facebook, believe it or not. So, you know, if your business is not considering it, and even the Queen is now on Facebook, that should be something that you should be looking at. It's still a very young medium. At the end of the day, social media is only really 2 or 3 years old compared to the internet. And because of its new medium, it's still growing and evolving every day. So it's not a defined science as currently as such, but it's really taken off recently in the last couple of years. And for me, 2009 was really the year that businesses really embraced social media. It's not a platform at the end of the day. It is a communication channel, and your customers want to talk to you in new and effective ways, and social media has opened up a platform for businesses to talk to other customers through new communication channels. At the end of the day, social media is a communication channel, and we all like to talk to different people. We are all communicating daily in our business lives with each other, and social media is giving you the power to talk to other businesses and network with potential new customers. We are social animals after all. We've evolved to talk and we've evolved to speak, and we love social media. And we've really taken social media like a duck out of water, because it's just something we're so natural, which we do, and it's given us the platform to open up new, exciting and easier forms of communication. Social networking now accounts for nearly 23%, which is a quarter of all time spent online, which is an absolutely staggering statistic, ladies and gentlemen. That means more people are spending time on social media, really, than any other form of the internet, rather than looking at websites particularly. Social networking is really the first place people go when they log onto the internet for the first time, before they do anything else in their internet time. We call social media the social web now. We've moved from an inherently system which was a one user connection to one user looking at one website, to a multifaceted user connection. So basically, everyone is connected to everyone at some point. It's been embraced into our way of life. This has happened really due to the fact that mobile technology has taken off so quickly, and we're all connected to the internet 24 hours a day because of mobile media. 80% of social media is word of mouth because of its nature as a social media channel. You can start talking to people directly, and most people find that people recommend brands or talk to different businesses about social media just through the process of recommendation and talking to them and saying, you know, I've heard about this this business before, or I've bought this product on Amazon, or I've liked this picture on Facebook. Word of mouth is always about social media. It's about recommending products and services to people, and also making connections with people as well. It offers huge networking opportunities, and every single one of you in this room has equal opportunity to connect with new businesses each and every day. And for me, that is the real power of social media. Where else in the world can you go where you can find customers and you can connect to other businesses so quickly and so fast without having to make much effort? And I've been using Twitter and Facebook in this way to really make friendships and make connections with people, because of its nature as a conversational channel. It's really easy to start talking to people and find synergy between different businesses and different customers. Google's #1 for search in the UK, but I'll ask you this question: who do you think is second? Does anyone know the answer? There you go, YouTube. YouTube is the second most visited search engine in the UK and the rest of the world. And currently at the moment there are over 2 billion videos being watched on YouTube every single day. And in fact, in the UK alone, 2 million business searches are done every single day. So people are going to YouTube and they're typing in your products and services. They're typing in, oh, I sell skirting boards, or I might sell cars, for example, and they're looking for your products. So it's a great way, especially through video, to get people to find you and improve your visibility as well. So you shouldn't just be focused on Google. Google's not the end-all of end-all. YouTube is a very popular search engine as well. And social media is now overtaking search engine traffic, believe it or not. In the UK and US, both traffic to social networks, so that's including Twitter, Facebook, and other social media sites, is starting to overtake search engines, and we're using social media to find products and businesses in new ways and not necessarily rely on the search engines completely. Information is no longer hard for us to find. We have information at our fingertips and we can go out and find anything we want to online, but social media has made it easier for us because products are coming to find us rather than we going to find them. And it's the same with businesses as well. We're getting recommended on who to work with based on our relationships through social media. So for example, I don't know if any of you in here use LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is a great way to recommend other people in business to work with, and a great way to network with people in a calm and less salesy way, where you can just have a conversation with someone and strike some synergy there. It's breaking news faster than traditional media now, which is absolutely crazy. You know, I mean, 10 years ago, we relied on the newspaper and the news to get all our information, and now social media is beating traditional newspapers and press to some real scoops. I don't know how many of you in this room found out about Michael Jackson's death on Twitter at all. But basically what happened was a celebrity gossip site called TMOS broke the news on Twitter about them. He may have died, and that started a huge viral wave on Twitter. And it actually brought down the network as well as a number of celebrity sites. And in fact, celebrities used Twitter for the first time really to pay tribute and respect to Michael Jackson's death, which is the first time a social network had ever been used in that way. And it just shows you how times have changed. Instead of going out on the news and doing a tribute, celebrities were first to put tweets about Michael Jackson and talk about the loss. It's even breaking local news as well, because people just talk about, well, it's just the big stories that go out. No, it's not. But this really does depend on who you're connected to and how powerful your network is. But I like to tell you a story about a place where I live in Harrogate, and there was this hotel called the Majestic Hotel. And it caught fire on May the 5th, and basically, people I was connected to on Twitter through Harrogate were breaking the story as it happened. And the fire started about 5 AM, as you can see from the tweet behind me. And we were getting live streamed images and video direct from the scene. So it's like having your own live action reporter on the scene talking about what's going on. So I didn't need to consult any newspaper or go back to the local news. And in fact, that person behind me was actually a reporter of the local press as well. So she was straight away there, tweeting and talking about what was going on. Everyone has a voice, and one person is more powerful than any brand. I mean, people can leave permanent feedback for you wherever they feel like. I mean, I don't know, any of you have used TripAdvisor to book a trip or left any feedback about hotels? People use that now. 90% of people who are planning a trip abroad, who use social media, go on TripAdvisor and have a look at what people read. And if the reviews aren't great, and they see that their peers have not rated the hotel nice or the place or the attraction, then they won't go. The social web is visual, and if you're doing any social media, you should be visual and include videos and photos. And videos actually proven to raise engagement with a website by 80%, because inherently, as human beings, we're all lazy, and we would much rather watch a piece of video than read a whole segment of text, because we don't have a lot of time on our hands, especially when you're social networking. You know, it's a quick tweet here, a quick tweet there, a quick update there. But if you include video, you're going to get a lot more engagement with people. And if your products are boring, it doesn't mean your tweets have to be boring. So if you're selling, you know, cardboard boxes, for example, you can make it exciting. It doesn't have to be boring, and people want a conversation. They want to follow something and find something interesting. So at the moment, as you can see, most of the web is pictures, really. I mean, we go on Facebook to like statuses, but we look at videos, and you know, we see our peers and people who have recommended particular points. And that's what I'm getting to. The web has moved from something that is text-driven and, you know, content-driven to something which is a bit more engaging and more visual. There aren't any social media gurus, and the reason why I say this is because how can you be a guru or expert of something that is still in its infancy as a technology? It's changing and developing every single day. I can't tell you how many new Twitter tools or social media management tools come out every single day. There's about 50 of them, and it's because no one's found the defined formula, the defined end product of exactly what this space can do, and brands are still using it and experimenting with it. So that is why no one can really be an expert in this subject, because it's still only a couple of years old. I don't know if any of you in here watch Mad Men, but Donald Draper, who's the creative director of Sterling Cooper, once said, and when he was talking to a client about negative feedback in the press, he said, if you don't like what's being said, then change the conversation. And that rings very true with me about social media, because a lot of brands get involved and don't know what to talk about, and then sometimes they get a bit scared and they see negative feedback. But if you're getting negativity, or if anyone's talking about your business in an unpositive way, then get involved with them and find out why, and you can always, always, always change the conversation to something more positive. And it's okay, you're going to make mistakes with this new technology, because it is so fresh and so new, and even the best social media gurus out there make mistakes. And when I started Twitter, I didn't even know what a retweet was, or an @ message, or anything like that. And you have to take your time and build your authority up over. It doesn't happen overnight, basically, that's what I'm saying. Everyone makes mistakes in this space. But if you're not thinking about social media, can you really ignore over potential 500 million customers? There are 500 million active members in the world on Facebook, and in the UK, there's 82 million Brits on Facebook, which is absolutely crazy. And out of those people, someone or one of those people must be your ideal customer, or ideal supplier, or ideal contact. So if you think they're not out there, they are. I'd like to tell you a bit about this case study about a company called Blendtec, who basically they started up with just a cheap video recording product, and they just did some videos, and they asked the question, will it blend? And all they wanted to do was sell blenders. You know, a simple product, a blender, you know, it's not that exciting, but they made it viral because they asked people, what can we blend in a blender? This particular blender happens to be the world's best blender, and it can blend an iPad, an iPhone, and in fact a Vuvuzela was once blended. But it was very cheap to produce, very cheap to make, and In fact, it cost the most investment they'd spent on it was about $500 just to get up and going, just to buy the recording equipment, really. And their website's traffic is up 650%, and Blendtec, over the last 2 years, has seen a 5-fold increase in online sales. And these are some of the most popular videos on YouTube currently.